Good morning. Today is Thursday, and yeah, another morning making dinner. I decided I unthawed some a sausage. This is a mild. Last time I bought the hot, and it was really, my husband loved it. It was way too hot for me. It burned my lips so bad. This time I got the mild, and I'm just going to kind of do like a little stir fry. I just thought I'd throw it all in the pan. I'd cut up an onion, some peppers, some carrots, some cauliflower, just kind of throw it all in, and I'll cut the sausage also, and just kind of, you know, stir fry it all together. And I'm going to bake him a sweet potato, and I have never really baked sweet potatoes. I've usually always just made something with sweet potatoes. But online it said to take a paper towel and you wet it, you wring it out really well, and then you just loosely wrap it, the sweet potato, in that and put it on a plate and cook for, they said, anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes depending on the size. If you were sweet potato, turning halfway in between. So I figured, well, I guess I will put it on for 3.5 minutes or 3 minutes, and then when it's done, I will turn it over and put it on for another 3 to 3.5 minutes and see how that goes, because I, believe it or not, I've never baked a sweet potato. Yeah, go figure that one. But anyways, that's what I'm doing this morning, and here it is, Thursday. And if you remember, on Tuesday I said that my house was a mess and I needed to clean it. Today's Thursday, and I just now got to vacuuming. I vacuumed the entryway where I told you all the dead leaves and everything that had come in with Rick as he was coming in and out when he was doing the wood. I did get that vacuumed, but I hadn't vacuumed the living room, the dining room. It really needed it. So I did that before I even had my first cup of coffee, and that is really unusual for me because I kind of can't really function without my coffee. But I couldn't stand it. I had to vacuum. So that's what I did. I let the dogs out, I gave them breakfast, and I vacuumed. So anyways, today is Missy May's vet appointment, and I believe it's 2:15 this afternoon. So I will be taking you with me and keeping you updated with that. See how that all goes. And I hope you'll enjoy watching me throughout my day. Well, here we are in the car again. We really need to quit meeting like this. But anyways, we're on our way. Missy May does not like getting in the car by herself. She likes to have it where the other dogs are in the car with her. And poor Mindy Lou, she stood at the back door and just cried as I exited the house because she could not understand why she wasn't going in the car too. So yeah, dogs are just like little kids, aren't they? Anyways, yeah, I'm a little anxious. Just a little. I'll let you know how it goes. We're just waiting here. The tech just took a urine sample and waiting for the doctor, and we'll see when he comes in. I'll let you know.
Your spiritual growth.
Well, here we are. I got some really good news. No crystals in her urine. Thank you, Jesus. I am so thankful. So she's a healthy dog. He looked her all over really good, and she has this fatty growth under her one arm. And he checked that, and he watched her how she walked, and he said everything's good, that it's not causing her any problems. We shouldn't remove it if it's not, you know, cancerous, and it's not going to ever turn into cancer. It's just a fatty buildup that kind of bumps out there. So anyways, it's supposed to be really common for senior dogs, but she's my good girl, and she was a good girl, and I am just so happy. So I'm going to go home, and I'm going to give this wonderful news to my husband, and I will talk to you later today. I just had to share this. I have been online with Verizon, which happens to be the only service available where I live, except for cell phones. That would be, there's lots of choices. But when it comes to internet and home phone service, that's it. And all this time, we have been paying for what was called inside wire maintenance. It was $11.99 a month, which comes out to like, over $140 some a year. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, why am I paying this? I mean, why did we even put this on here? I don't even remember doing it. And apparently we've been doing this for a while, and we've been here for 10 years, and that just really, I don't even want to go there and think about that one. But I must have been online for like 2 hours trying to remove this inside wire maintenance fee that we're being charged for. I couldn't figure out how to do it. And honestly, I don't think you can. I think you have to call. And which really kind of makes you wonder if it's a scam, because that means you can't even control your own account. So then I call the 1-800 number, and of course it is a machine, and it asked me what I needed, and I said, cancel the inside wire maintenance. So then she says, let me be sure I understand. You would like to add wire maintenance to your plan? And I'm like, I'm not going to say a word because I don't need that. I already have it. I want to get rid of it. And I was probably playing round and round and round with this machine that's talking to me, insisting that, you want to add wire maintenance? Finally, she gave me the option of pressing star, and that's what I did, which ultimately took me to a real person, which happened to be wonderfully nice, and he instantly was able to do it. But before I called, I thought I could just do it per chat online. And the lady online said that there was no such thing as my account number. I must have been giving her the right account number. And I tried to explain to her, ma'am, this is my phone number. It's my area code and my phone number. And 3 extra numbers is my account number. And I don't have a mail me a bill. So while I was chatting with her, I opened up a new link and I went back. I went to the Verizon site and I pulled up the PDF for my bill, and sure enough, that's what it says. Account number, and it's my area code, my home phone number, and 3 additional numbers. And she's saying that no such thing exists. I went as far as to say, well then, what am I paying for? If this account doesn't exist, what exactly am I paying for? I had to click out of it when she said that she was not able to help me because apparently I'm not giving her the right account information. And then she sent a thing saying, we want to be a 5-star service, and please go online and rate us on how great our service is. And I was like, by this time, I'm like, okay, I got to click out of here. And then my son came to stack some wood for my husband. That Rick's already at work, but he came to stack a whole pile that Rick had split just to help him out. And I jokingly said to him, I says, I just want to strangle somebody. I was like, I can't believe this, But luckily, like I said, I mean, I called this one, got this really nice gentleman when I called, so it's all taken care of. Thank God. Life happens. Enjoy it. That's sometimes harder to do than what you might realize at times. And I'm sure you do realize it, because it can just be totally frustrating. But it was all good. I got to see my son. Hi, I just wanted to say goodnight. And I've been thinking about that whole thing with how incredibly frustrated I had gotten with that whole situation with the phone company. And I actually started looking through the Bible to try to find, I guess, some comfort and some answers on, I guess, just reaffirming that it was okay for me to be frustrated. That's not the sin. What would have been wrong would have been for me to have lashed out. And I'm very lucky, I shouldn't say that. I am very happy that it was only on a chat, not verbally, because I think that we can spit out a word quicker than, at least I can spit out a word quicker than I can type it on my computer. So I had those extra 2 or 3 seconds to think about what it was I was going to type. And I would actually be able then, you know, I would have been able to see what I was typing. So that would have been even added to my conviction that, no, you can't say this sort of thing. And I didn't say anything wrong, but I certainly was extremely frustrated. And I wanted to share with something that 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 10 says. It says, "He who would love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil and his lips from speaking deceit. Let him turn away from evil and do good. Let him seek peace and pursue it." And that's kind of what I realized as I started getting frustrated, that I was losing my peace. And you know, this world, you know, my frustration was just silly in a way compared to other people's frustrations and other problems that will arise in our lives. $11.99 a month, you know, trying to save, and then, you know, dealing with the phone company in order to rectify the situation is nothing compared to some of the difficulties that people face every single day of their life. And I am very grateful for the life that God has given me, and I am going to pursue peace continually. It's just not worth it. It really, not for me. It's not worth for me. Whoops, sorry about that. To allow myself to be so unsettled inside that I no longer have peace. Peace is a much better place to be. You know, there's going to be times of frustration in our lives, and there's even going to be times of pain. Pain emotionally and physically. But there really is more to this world than the hurts, the frustration, and the pain that each of us will face throughout our life. And that's probably something I think that we all need to consider is, like in my experience, I was extremely frustrated, and the person that I was chatting with was not helpful whatsoever and was a bit condescending on top of it. And then when I finally did get a person to actually speak to, the person was kind and caring. He even asked me how my day was. He asked me how the weather was. And I know he was just doing this in order to do chit chat, but that's fine because he was being kind. And I think that's the word of the day is kindness. It is sometimes hard to find, but it's there. There are many kind people in the world. But unfortunately, I think they get overshadowed by the many unkind and cruel and condescending people. And that's okay. And I am going to choose to maintain peace. Peace in my heart. In Psalms 37:8, it says to cease from anger and forsake wrath. Don't fret. It only causes harm. Isn't that the truth? Much better to just hold on to your peace. And that's kind of where I want to leave us with tonight. And I hope that there's peace in your heart. Because truly, I think that everything can go wrong around us at times. But when we have the peace in our hearts, the peace of God in our hearts, we can take a deep breath through it all and know that truly everything is going to be okay. God has made promises, and one of the promises is He's going to put to right everything that was wrong. It may not be in our lifetime that we're on earth, but it will be in our lifetime. It's just going to be when we're in heaven, and that's okay. So, good night, and remember, life happens. Let's enjoy it. Keep your peace. God bless.